Hello everybody, this is Reverend Winters again with another video for the Williamsport Today YouTube channel. It's an effort to keep the people of Williamsport up to date with your local government, and that includes the county as well. Eventually we will get to the county, but today we're going to address the police department of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. As I've been walking through town, people that know me have come up to me and they brought specific issues. And so that they can't be targeted by the police department anymore for any more harassment, I'm going to share with you an incident that recently occurred with me. On Friday, May 22nd, I happened to be in the dollar store in the on Hebron Street, and that was approximately 11 o'clock to 11:30 in the morning. And I went visiting with some friends, and I got home at about between 7 to 7:30 p.m. Now we have some neighbors downstairs that don't like us, so they decided that they were going to call the police and have them waiting there when we got home. And they said that in the dollar store that I had threatened to blow up the building. Upon speaking with the employees of the building, who claimed that they never heard that, nor is that, that is out of character for me. Then one of the employees said they happened to be on the parking lot at the time I was exiting the building, and they never heard it there either. Now, Officer Moyer, badge number 55, was the one who came out. Upon seeing that I am non-Abrahamic and that I also have a male life partner, Officer Moyer's facial and voice and his body language demeanor completely changed into one that was not, let's say, friendly, serving, and protecting. Officer Moyer did not want to hear anybody's side except the other side. That's why I went and got the evidence. That was a total false police report. Has anything been done to the one who filed the wrong, false police report? No, because Officer Moyer didn't like us. Now, this is typical of the Williamsport Police Department. If you are non-white, non-Abrahamic, and don't have round eyes, and Christian, then you're fair game for the officers of the police department under this current administration and this current chief of police. And yes, I understand I will become a target for more harassment. However, as I have told everybody in my previous recording, that you should be carrying a tape recorder to record this abuse. Now, as I entered my home, the people down underneath us started screaming and hollering and carrying on and telling the two people that were with me that we will get rid of you even if we have to put you in jail. Now, obviously, this was a false report, and Officer Moyer pulled his cruiser up and he allowed the neighbors to verbally assault the two people that were with me. He willingly allowed them to verbally assault. Now, that is breaking the law, so therefore that is selective law enforcement. And this has been the typical thing that I have been hearing from the people in the community. That the law enforcement is now selective with this current administration and chief of police. This current administration, at the time of the taping of this, which is Tuesday, June the 23rd, 2009, has done very little to accomplish the goals that it was elected to do. There is very little change in the crime rate, very little change in anything in this town. This administration now wants to put up cameras on the streets, which would show up on a little monitor. You would equate it to a television or something. They've already put them up again on red lights at some different intersections. And they're telling you that these cameras in your neighborhoods and on the streets are for your protection. If you remember back in the 1940s, there was another government who said they were doing things for the protection of its people. And that government was run by Adolf Hitler. He would have loved to have cameras. They don't want the cameras to lower the crime rate and to record crimes. They want the cameras to see what you are doing. In a business district such as downtown, I can understand the cameras, but putting them up in a residential district is just an invasion of your privacy. They have no business knowing what you're doing on your property, as guaranteed you by the Constitution of the United States. However, like the George Bush administration, they will violate your rights at their will. So, unless you are white, round eyes, Christian, you are subject to this type of intimidation. Or if you stand up to them and you demand your rights. Now, what you must remember, when a police officer walks up to you and says, "Get off my streets," or "my this," or "my that," he is making an ass out of himself. Because, quite simply, the city, including the government itself, belongs to the citizens. Therefore, he is on your street. He is also your employee. And there has been several pieces of information gathered and transmitted by somebody so that it can't be tracked from me to a country that has no treaty with the United States, and maybe in time every single employee of city and county government will have the same exact information that you would find on a generic job application shown on the internet, since you, as a citizen of the city of Williamsport, are the employer. They are here to protect and serve the police department as employers, which would be the citizens. However, they are intimidating and abusing their authorities. Therefore, do not turn in a complaint to be investigated by the police department. Call the state attorney general's office and file your complaint there, because we all know if a Williamsport City police officer is to be investigated by the Williamsport City Police, he will come out smelling like a rose, because one cop will hide the indiscretions of another cop so that his or hers will be hidden in the future. So make sure you get you a little tape recorder and carry it with you if you don't fit their acceptable parameters and or standards, just as I do. Thank you, and I will talk to you in another episode.